Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is SOBC coming back to you with another one. So today's, as you can see, today's topic is about the truth about the federal layoffs. So as you guys have been seeing on news, Twitter, Reddit, LinkedIn, all the social media platforms, thousands of federal employees have been laid off. Mainly those on probation, meaning they didn't make their year or full year of employment. So that's what I guess they term as probation or probationary employee. So thousands of employees have been laid off, and plenty of them are freaking out. And I'm very active on LinkedIn and Reddit, and gosh, the amount of entitlement is just tremendous. Here's the thing: this federal employees think they own those jobs, and let's be real, guys. Federal employment is pseudo welfare. Why? Because most of these folks who get these jobs just get them to retire. That's their path to retirement, is getting a federal job. And I see all these posts on LinkedIn, just posting with lots of grandiose and entitlement about being fired or owning the job. And no, you guys, you do not own these jobs. And another honest thing we need to be open about is only 20% of federal employees create value. That number's probably less, to be honest. I would say that number is less, maybe 10% create actual value for the public as a whole. I mean, you can fact check me on that, but I've been in the federal industry. I've done some federal consulting in the past, and I cannot talk about those things now. Why? Because I'm still under an NDA that expires in 2026. So that's next year. So hopefully I'll be able to share my insights. But all I have to say is, I'm being very liberal with this number. 20% of federal employees create value, and my opinion is that number is less. But anyway, lots of people freaking out, and which I understand. I have understanding and empathy for those folks that are losing their jobs. It's not fun to lose your job. I mean, the same thing's happening with people in the private industry. I've been laid off in the past. I know how it feels. It's not a good feeling, not knowing you're not going to get a paycheck. And yeah, I mean, I totally understand where they're coming from. However, you are not entitled to that job. You do not own that job. The executive office or office of the president have the right to do what they're doing now. They're making cuts for a reason. And now we have federal judges coming in and trying to intervene, ordering this agency to reinstate all those fired employees, which I find to be asinine. I mean, I wish folks in the private industry had that privilege of having a federal judge come in and jump in and say, hey, you've been fired. We do not approve those firings. We order you to rehire those people as soon as possible. I find that to be asinine. But again, we're dealing with federal employees. They think they own these jobs. They think they're entitled to these jobs. But again, as I mentioned, I understand all the fear. It's not fun to lose a job, but again, you do not own that job. You're not entitled to that job, right? So my opinion is, as I mentioned, federal employment is just pseudo welfare, and these people are freaking out because they're losing their path to retirement and they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. That was their path to retirement, and they're freaking out, which I totally understand. But again, for the 100th time, you do not own those jobs. You're not entitled to those jobs. But anyway, let me know what you think. Those are my opinions. I think people are freaking out, which is understandable, but it is what it is. Life happens. You move on. And I think having been in such a situation, having been laid off, I think it was a blessing in disguise for me, in that I got to do some new things. I got to explore new industries. So I think this federal employees who are getting laid off should apply the same thought. Take it as a blessing in disguise and go out and find some other avenues to make money, other than going on LinkedIn and freaking out and posting all these 2-page paragraphs highlighting all your entitlement to a job you think you own, but you don't. So anyway, that's my take. Let me know what you think in the comments. This is SOBC signing out. We'll see you on the next one.